How much of a ripoff did you feel like With Love Meghan was of your show, Pamela's Cooking with Love? There were articles saying that these two shows were very similar.
I didn't.
You did not, on a scale from 1 to 10, on 1.
No,
you did not see any similarities.
No, I didn't really look, but I mean,
yeah.
I didn't invent cooking shows or
yes.
shows, so I mean,
yes.
She's just doing her thing.
Story I want to focus on, which is the fact that apparently a Netflix deal could still happen. Now, it's a big caveat. And this is always what I thought would happen, mind you. But I want to go through and share what my thoughts are, because it's still a loss for Meghan. They didn't get their $100 million deal, and that got public. I always thought there would be some sort of deal that would be made with Netflix just to keep them on board for $1 million, maybe, or something much smaller, just so they could save face. Netflix could keep them in the catalog and so on. But Netflix actually did cancel the $100 million deal. I think they wanted to make it clear to other talent out there, we're not paying like that for just everybody. So no, she didn't get the deal.
There's a secret document floating around Netflix headquarters that nobody's supposed to talk about. It's the real reason they axed Meghan and Harry's $100 million empire. But what they didn't expect was for Meghan to find a loophole that could make her more powerful than ever, if she can survive the next 4 months.
It's public knowledge that the second season of the show has already been filmed. Well, that's because they shot them all at the same time. This is misleading. They shot 2 seasons at the same time, 2 batches or I guess 1 batch that they split up into 2 batches. So it's not technically a second season because it wasn't approved. Pamela Anderson had to address Meghan Markle copying her cooking show, while Markle's Netflix deal might actually still happen.
Remember September 2020? The world watched Meghan and Harry sign what looked like the ultimate revenge deal against the royal family, a 5-year Netflix contract reportedly worth $100 million. Fresh off Megxit, they were Hollywood's hottest property. Netflix executives were practically drooling, convinced they'd landed real-life royalty who could deliver unprecedented content. For a brief moment, it worked. Their explosive docuseries Harry and Meghan crashed Netflix servers, pulling in 28 million households during its first week. The streaming giant thought they'd struck gold: authentic royal drama, global headlines, and subscriber numbers that made their investment look genius.
But if you actually watch the clip itself, here we go.
With Love Meghan was of your show, Pamela's Cooking with Love.
A copy, which it was. It absolutely was. Here's Pamela's response.
There were articles saying that these two shows were very similar.
So she's supposed to answer on a scale of 1 to 10. How much did it affect her?
1. I didn't.
You did not, on a scale from 1 to 10, on 1.
No,
you did not see any similarities.
No, I didn't really look, but...
I didn't really look is such a polite, respectful shade. I don't watch Meghan Markle. I don't pay attention. I don't look into Meghan Markle at all. It doesn't concern me because I'm focused on my own life. Beautiful response, because it's classy. It's respectful. It's not showing, beginning a beef with Meghan, but it also addresses that she doesn't care about her.
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't invent cooking shows or
yes.
shows, so I mean,
yes.
She's just doing her thing.
Look at that. She's just doing her thing.
But then reality hit harder than a palace PR team. By 2025, the fairy tale had turned into a corporate nightmare. With Love, Meghan limped to a pathetic number 389, ranking with only 25.5 million viewing hours, barely registering on Netflix's internal heat maps. Polo reality show performed even worse, drawing fewer than 500,000 viewers. That's less audience than most TikTok creators get in a single day. Internal Netflix emails obtained by industry sources reveal the brutal truth. Executives started using phrases like diminishing returns and audience fatigue when discussing Sussex content. The math was simple and devastating: massive investment, shrinking viewership, constant tabloid drama. So when July 2025 arrived, Netflix made their move with surgical precision. No dramatic announcement. No public breakup. Just a quiet decision not to renew, leaving Meghan and Harry's $100 million empire to vanish like it never existed. But Meghan wasn't ready to disappear just yet. Inside Netflix's Los Angeles headquarters, the Sussex situation had become what executives privately called the bleeding wallet problem. Every month, millions flowed out while viewership numbers flatlined or dropped. The streaming giant's new leadership team, obsessed with profit margins after their subscriber growth plateau, started asking uncomfortable questions. Why are we paying A-list money for C-list ratings? The answer came in brutal PowerPoint presentations that circulated through Netflix's executive floors. Slide after slide showed the same devastating trend. Massive upfront investments and exclusive celebrity deals were delivering diminishing returns. The industry was shifting, and Netflix needed to shift with it or risk becoming the next Quibi. But the Sussex deal wasn't just about numbers. Every negative headline became Netflix's problem too. Royal family feuds? Netflix gets dragged in. Legal battles with half-sisters? The red logo appears next to every article. Palace cold shoulders? Suddenly Netflix is part of the international incident. Brand consultants warned that the Sussex drama was creating toxic association risks. Focus groups revealed that some subscribers actually associated Netflix with tabloid controversy rather than premium entertainment. For a company fighting Disney, Apple, and Amazon for cultural relevance, that was corporate suicide. The final straw came during a June 2025 board meeting. Ted Sarandos reportedly told investors that Netflix was evolving beyond megadeals toward agile partnerships. Translation: we're done writing blank checks to celebrities who can't deliver eyeballs. The decision to let the Sussex contract expire wasn't emotional, it was algorithmic. Cold, calculated, and absolutely final. Or so they thought. While Netflix executives were busy calculating their exit strategy, Meghan Markle was quietly building her escape hatch. Months before the big contract died, she'd been developing what started as American Riviera Orchard, a lifestyle brand that promised artisanal everything: honey with edible gold flakes, fig jam in mason jars, specialty teas, and eventually a Napa Valley rose that would sell out faster than Taylor Swift tickets. Here's where it gets interesting. Netflix had already invested in the brand during the height of their Sussex romance. When you're paying someone $100 million, a few extra million for product development feels like pocket change. But that seemingly minor investment became Meghan's golden ticket back onto the platform. The rebrand, too, as ever, happened suspiciously close to the contract expiration talks. Industry insiders whisper that Meghan's team engineered the timing perfectly. By the time Netflix wanted to cut ties completely, they'd already sunk serious money into her lifestyle empire. Walking away meant writing off millions in product development, marketing campaigns, and content creation. So instead of a clean break, Netflix found themselves negotiating what sources call a first-look arrangement. The deal is brilliant in its simplicity. Netflix gets exclusive rights to any video content featuring as ever products. Think holiday cooking specials, behind-the-scenes vineyard tours, lifestyle content that doubles as extended shopping commercials. The rumored price tag? Low 7 figures annually, a fraction of the original megadeal, but enough to keep both logos intertwined. Netflix scores shoppable content perfect for their ad-supported tier, while Meghan maintains global distribution and that coveted Netflix credibility. It's corporate couples therapy disguised as a business partnership. And for Meghan, it meant survival in the streaming wars was still possible. But first, she'd have to survive a cooking show scandal that nobody saw coming. Just when Meghan thought she'd secured her Netflix lifeline, February 2025 delivered a PR nightmare that would make palace scandals look like minor inconveniences. Pamela Anderson, the original Baywatch bombshell turned wellness guru, quietly launched Pamela's Cooking with Love on Amazon Prime Video. Cozy kitchen vibes, heart-shaped graphics, intimate cooking sessions with celebrity friends, it was comfort food television at its finest. 1 week later, Netflix dropped the trailer for With Love, Meghan. The internet exploded. Side-by-side screenshots flooded social media showing identical aesthetics. Same soft-focus lighting, same rustic kitchen setup, same cursive with love branding, even similar camera angles focusing on hands kneading dough. The similarities weren't subtle, they were impossible to ignore. But the real damage came when Andy Cohen cornered Anderson during a live Watch What Happens Live segment. A caller asked directly about the Meghan comparison, and Anderson delivered what became the most devastating non-insult in celebrity history. "I'd rate the similarity a 1 out of 10. I didn't really look at her show. I mean, I didn't invent cooking shows. She's just doing her thing." That casual dismissal cut deeper than any direct attack. Anderson's complete indifference, not even bothering to watch or care, highlighted exactly what Meghan's critics had been saying. She follows trends instead of setting them, copies formulas instead of creating them. The entertainment blogs had a field day. Meghan's recipe for disaster, Duchess of copy-paste, royal rip-off in the kitchen, the headlines wrote themselves. What should have been Meghan's triumphant return to lifestyle content became a masterclass in how not to launch a cooking show. For Netflix executives already nervous about their scaled-down investment, the copycat controversy felt like a bad omen of things to come. While the cooking show copycat drama was still trending on Twitter, Meghan's lifestyle brand was creating an entirely different kind of controversy, one that threatened to expose her marketing strategy as elaborate customer manipulation. Every single as ever product launch followed the same suspicious pattern. Announce limited quantities, create massive hype, then sell out in minutes, leaving thousands of frustrated customers empty-handed. The honey jars with edible gold flakes? Gone in 5 minutes. The artisanal fig jam in those Instagram-perfect mason jars? Vanished in 3. When the Napa Valley Rose launched on August 3rd, strategically timed for Meghan's 44th birthday, it disappeared before most people even knew it existed. Fans refreshing their browsers were met with sold-out messages faster than they could enter their credit card information. Marketing experts started calling it scarcity theater, a calculated strategy to create artificial demand through manufactured shortage. The numbers didn't add up. How could a lifestyle brand with Netflix backing and professional distribution networks consistently underestimate demand by such massive margins? Celebrity reputation consultant Eric Schiffer didn't mince words when interviewed by industry publications. This pattern creates catastrophic credibility issues. Consumers start feeling manipulated rather than valued. When scarcity becomes your only marketing tool, you're admitting your product can't compete on actual merit. The backlash was swift and brutal. Customer service emails flooded as Ever's inbox with accusations of fake scarcity and bait-and-switch tactics. Social media filled with screenshots of error messages and complaints about products that seemed to exist only in promotional photos. Some customers started documenting their multiple failed purchase attempts, creating viral TikTok videos about the impossibility of actually buying anything from Meghan's brand. Behind the scenes, Netflix's commerce team was quietly panicking. Their entire shoppable content strategy depended on viewers actually being able to purchase featured products. What's the point of a cooking episode showcasing as ever rows if clicking the Buy Now button leads to an empty shelf? Company that had revolutionized impulse buying through seamless integration was about to partner with a brand that seemed allergic to actually selling products. As if empty product shelves and copycat accusations weren't enough, Meghan's summer was about to get infinitely more complicated. On a sweltering July morning in 2025, federal court documents landed like a legal grenade. Samantha Markle, Meghan's estranged half-sister, had officially revived her libel lawsuit with a vengeance, and this time she had lawyers who meant business. The case centered on Meghan's explosive 2021 Oprah interview, where she described growing up as an only child. Samantha claimed this statement was demonstrably false and had destroyed her reputation, book sales, and media opportunities. But what made this revival particularly dangerous was the timing. Discovery depositions were scheduled to begin just weeks before Meghan's planned Netflix holiday special debut. Legal experts following the case leaked that Samantha's team had been building their evidence arsenal for years. They possessed childhood photos, school records, and most damaging of all, private family emails that could completely reframe the narrative around Meghan's family relationships. One source close to the case whispered that the communication showed a pattern of contact between the sisters well into adulthood, directly contradicting Meghan's only child claim. For Netflix executives, this was their worst nightmare scenario. Imagine promoting a cozy Christmas cooking special while tabloids simultaneously publish leaked depositions about family dysfunction, alleged lies, and childhood trauma. Every heartwarming moment of holiday content would be undermined by courtroom revelations playing out in real time across global media. The September 9th hearing date loomed like a sword of Damocles over Meghan's comeback plans. The judge allowed extensive discovery. Private correspondence could become public record just as Netflix's holiday marketing campaign was supposed to launch. Legal analysts predicted the case could drag on for months, creating a steady drip of negative headlines exactly when Meghan needed positive buzz most. But the lawsuit represented more than just bad timing. It threatened the very foundation of Meghan's brand authenticity, the cornerstone of her lifestyle empire and Netflix partnership. While Meghan battled legal storms in American courtrooms, an even colder war was being waged across the Atlantic. Palace insiders revealed a carefully orchestrated strategy that would make medieval court intrigue look like amateur hour. The royal family was willing to rebuild bridges with Prince Harry, but Meghan remained permanently persona non grata. The reasoning was as calculating as it was brutal. Senior royal aides, speaking on condition of anonymity, admitted they simply couldn't trust that any private conversation with Meghan wouldn't eventually become content fodder. Every family dinner could become a Netflix episode. Every personal moment might end up dissected in future documentaries or tell-all interviews. Paranoia wasn't unfounded. Meghan's entire media empire was built on royal access and insider revelations. And Charles had reportedly attempted several olive branch overtures toward his younger son, but each invitation came with an unspoken caveat: Meghan wasn't welcome. Palace communications revealed that courtiers were terrified of what they called content harvesting, the fear that any interaction would be recorded, remembered, and monetized later. This strategic freeze-out created a devastating feedback loop for Meghan's brand value. The more content she produced about royal life, the further the family retreated. The further they retreated, the less authentic her royal insights became. And without authentic royal access, her Netflix content started looking less like exclusive palace revelations and more like expensive speculation. Industry insiders noted the brilliant cruelty of the palace strategy. They were slowly starving Meghan's content universe of its most valuable resource, actual royal proximity. Holiday cooking specials featuring memories of palace Christmas traditions ring hollow when the palace has made it clear those memories are ancient history. For Netflix executives watching this royal chess game unfold, the implications were terrifying. They'd essentially partnered with someone whose unique selling proposition